Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I'm your host, Softel. And I'm expanding upon an idea I did, and I'm doing more a pitch for you guys. This pitch is a result of me and Anderfol, a co-author and friend that I work with on a few projects, a few fanfiction projects, where we actually talk about some of the ideas I've had in the past and kind of expand upon them. Some of them have resulted in meh, or even just blasé conversation. This one did not. This one results in one of the many energetic conversations we have. The many that we would actually love to expand upon, actually love to do. Yet, we do not, because we already have enough projects, god damn it. But it doesn't mean you can't expand upon it. So, I give this to you, ladies and gentlemen, a pitch to the authors who have much time on their hands and could actually explore the idea that I have. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's my idea. The Mass Effect Ark project. Now, when I say Ark, I mean like Noah's Ark, like an Ark where so many lives are basically put on, sent out to be saved. In this case, it's what will happen if there were several Arks that were sent out into the Mass Effect galaxy full of human children no older than 14, or even 15, or even 12. I'll leave you to decide what age to level cap them at, but there are babies in cryosleep along with other children to preteen age. But among them are 2 chaperones, or however many chaperones there are. But due to some weird coincidence, or due to some weird things, the chaperones either die or become horribly crippled and are unable to do their duties alone. But fear not, for the ships do have a type of dumb AI that will more or less kind of give out a general distress signal to nearby systems if they have a form of communication. But like I said, fear not, for this is where the story is where it begins. Because these arcs go to separate points in the galaxy. The Geth, the Asari homeworld, the Turian homeworld, the Solarians, the Krogan, all of them, including one to Omega. And let's face it, it's wonderful, isn't it? Or even, if you want to, have one not go to Omega, only to the big ones. And again, this is where we can have a lot of fun, because, hell, you can have one go to the Hanar homeworld with the drill, and have some humans be religious zealots. Yes, with the Inkillar's religion. Either way, though. Let's say this is before the 314 relay incident. Years before it. And these humans are found. The Turians find the humans first, and the Primarch, literally brings these people aboard, literally telling them that, their chaperones are dead. They are literally orphans. But not being the heartless bastards they are and actually have a form of honor spirits, damn it, they decide to make these children Turian humans. They decide to bring them under their banner, and they will raise them as Turians while respecting their warrior culture. As such, they're honored soldiers, and the Primarch himself has a daughter, a baby girl. Who knows why he went to this baby? Why this baby shepherd was attracted to him? We'll never know. Only the author knows. Or fates, whichever one. The Asari humans, on the other hand, are taken care of. The boys, obviously, are, depending on the rung in life, are either lowest denomination and immediately go to the Turian hierarchy for actual fucking respect, while the girls are... yeah. But you get what I'm saying. Now, what about the counselor? Counselor Tavrish, or even the matriarchs themselves, the high matriarchs. The counselor has a son instead of a daughter, and the son is, taught the ways of politics, taught the ways of the economy, how to basically do what any good politician does. Yes. And then the Solarians lose any and all custody rights because they're Solarians.
Excuse me, what?
I know that's a little cruel to say, but the Solarians, Jesus Christ, these guys are basically the mad scientists of the galaxy. They're basically the German scientists of the galaxy. They're the eugenicists of the galaxy.
Of course! Don't you know anything about science?
You're telling me these guys wouldn't immediately start dissecting some kids? Besides Morden, obviously. Morden is best Solarian. Yeah, he did some pretty bad stuff, but at least he has morality. He at least has a code he follows. Hell, he's a doctor, for God's sakes. At least he does follow the Hippocratic Oath. It's Morden. Which, Morden being Morden, he'd want a son. And his son happens to be human, had a very bad bone disease that he worked tirelessly to cure for his son. If you, yeah. That's going to come in later, I promise you. Anyway, the Krogan. They find these children. Their Ark. And what happens to these children? They become space Vikings.
That's fucking metal as fuck, dude!
Oh yeah. They become space Vikings. Warriors. Men, women, space Vikings. The Geth raised humans. Cyberpunk.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
You're telling me that these humans wouldn't automatically be like frickin' Cyberpunk 2077. Is that what you're fucking telling me? No. Automatically Cyberpunk 2077. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. Either way, though. So, aside from that, obviously, there is, of course, the thing of how would this play out? How would the relay incident play out? If there is a relay incident, well, that's where the fun comes in. So, here's the kicker. The Relay 314 incident would play out as semi-normal, except the different humanities would be different. With the Turian humans, and yes, they would call themselves Turian humans, the Asari humans would call themselves Asari humans, the Krogan humans would probably have a cool Viking name for themselves. I leave that to you Scandinavian sci-fi creatives to come up with your own Scandinavian sci-fi Krogan name, and how the Krogan culture would change. And then, of course, the Geth humans would be Geth humans. The Citadel would be a much different place, especially with CSEC having a much larger presence of humans, many being veterans of Turian military because, a lot of the men from, a lot of the boys from the Asari homeworld, Thessia those who were raised in the common rungs, the lowborn status as, commoners, would immediately go to the, Turian homeworld, or any Turian recruitment station, immediately try to find respect. Hell, that would be the main basic reason. They even have a little checkbox right there in the recruitment form of, why do you want to sign up for the Turian military? It's raised on Thessia, want respect. Check. Basically like that. The children of the leaderships, especially, each one being a different character maybe, let's say Vega happens to be the son, the adopted son, mind you, but still a son of Krogan Rex. Not Rex. Maybe it's Vega. Not Vega. Vega Rex. The Primarch's daughter is Shepard. And, give her a Turian name. Maybe something that relates to her, heritage. Her warrior heritage, her soldiering heritage. And as such is Daddy's little girl. Literally, yes, the Primarch knows that he's going to send his daughter off to military service. His daughter wants to serve in military service, but that does not mean he is not a fucking helicopter daddy. I mean, that does not mean he is not overprotective of his daughter, of his baby girl. So literally, it's like, I leave your overprotective Turian daddy jokes in the comments section and possible funny moments, but moving on. And then, of course, we get to the Asari, which the Asari humans, depending on where you're born in the social hierarchy, like that. But the Asari counselor's son, he is making connections to all the other children in high places and making sure that things are going the way they are and needing to protect their new home. Kind of like a pseudo-reverse Cerberus, except a more fitting name for it. But because more humans are serving on ships, the 314 incident happens out a lot different. They know they're human on that scout ship. They immediately are telling the Turian commanding officers those are humans, raising a whole lot of questions. And of course, Morden's son being Mr. Monroe, except this case, it's Jeff Solis, or Stolas, whatever Morden's last name is, basically, the son of the best mind in the galaxy, literally rushes into the council chamber and literally talking as fast as his own father. You can have a little comical moment where it's like, Mr. Solis, Doctor, breathe. And him having, big comical glasses. I mean, can we just hammer in any smart stereotypes, any Jewish stereotypes into this? I'm just saying. But either way, though. So, yes, we get that, and he explains that that due to a big bowl of timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff, that their arcs came from a different timeline than this humanity. And, of course, obviously explained that there will not be a paradox. We don't got to worry about paradoxes or anything of that nature because, their timeline basically reached its end and blah, 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 timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff. Anyway, which would raise a whole lot of other questions. And, of course, you can have a little fun where this humanity immediately is trying to demand, which is adorable, mind you, they're trying to demand that they give them their humans that have lived there with their families for years. At which point in time, the humans there would immediately give them the middle finger and basically tell them, we are not humans, we are Turian humans, we are Asari humans, we are Solarian humans, we are Krogan humans. Which, by the way, the Krogan humans would see all the other humans as like brothers and sisters and just treat them like, did that comical thing where it's like they're loud, boastful, Viking, the thing, and it's like all the other humans are just embarrassed to hell that they're there, and it's just like, oh, Jesus Christ, no. You get what I'm saying. It'd be great. Hell, it'd probably ease up the whole thing of the genophage. I mean, they basically unite because they were given Viking culture. Just saying, Scandinavian culture would be kind of cool to actually give to the Krogan, Jesus Christ. Moving on. So, what happens when things get a little different? Things go very much differently. Well, aside from, obviously, the timelines differing, the Batarians would do something really fucking stupid to try and ease tensions between, of course, the Turian hierarchy and the human and the Systems Alliance. The Turian's daughter, Shepard, or the Primarch's daughter, Shepard, with her protection detail, mind you, just a tiny one, because, she talked her dad down from having a fucking battalion there, even a detachment, a fleet, immediately comes to one of the first colonies that are being established near the Traverse. Which makes her father very fucking nervous, but one of the first System Alliance colonies. And as such, she's trying to negotiate, trying to make sure things are going well, making sure things go. And then the Batarians attack and immediately kidnap the the Primarch's daughter. Yeah, that's where things are different in the timeline, because the Primarch's daughter... Cue the Taken clip.
If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
People gonna die. And when I mean people gonna die, I mean the entire the Batarian Empire itself is going to die. So, more or less, after the Batarians are basically get their asses kicked, and of course, the Primarch's daughter is saved, she's basically taken back and, just sort of all that. Now, how she's saved, you can go either way, but because it's like Shepherd, you could throw in a little conspiracy in there and basically be like, someone wants to have a Shepherd back because it's like the Shepherds were this big bloodline type thing of pure military, whatever. If you want to throw in a conspiracy, you can do that, but it's like, whatever. Moving on. So, here's how things go from there. The timeline goes as it usually is, except without the Batarians. Now the system of the Batarians' former system is now a puppet state for the Turian hierarchy, because they're going to make damn sure that nothing happens again, because especially the Primarch's not going to let anything happen to his baby girl. Cerberus, being Cerberus, of course, kind of, Jack Harper, good old-fashioned Timmy boy, is doing his thing, immediately trying to push for the pro-human sentiment. And as this is going on, mind you, the Citadel Council is talking about, creating a human Spectre. Not from the System Alliance, mind you, but from their own ranks. The humans that they have seen, that they have raised, that basically the galaxy has saved and raised themselves, have proven themselves not only as great soldiers, diplomats, economics, professors, religious leaders. Basically, this humanity that they've helped raise is worthy of basically being the epitome of what the Citadel Council has been trying to do. And you can do whatever kind of drama you want to do with that. Basically, this Shepherd from the Turian hierarchy is basically that Spectre. And we can have a Turian boyfriend. It'd be Garrus. Or even a possible fiancé. Because it's like, you gotta get that Shepherd-Garrus romance in there somehow. Moving on. So, yeah. System Alliance, you can have basically raising a fit, because it's like this Shepherd is literally telling them that they are not their humanity. She is a Turian first, human second, which immediately would obviously, make her daddy very proud, because it's like, that's my baby girl. That's my baby girl. And, obviously, just do whatever you want in there. Just throw a lot in there, god damn it. Anyway, moving on. So obviously, while this is happening, Cerberus is doing this shit over here, and because of that, the human children of leadership and all realize that humanity isn't gonna basically abide by any rules of warfare, the common rules of warfare. Polite, gentlemanly warfare, which means they have to do what any good person would do. Fight in the shadows so those in the light can stay clean. The chief lead among them is the Asari Counselor's own son, and the perfect thing about this is that you could have a dramatic moment where Shepherd goes to her father, the Primarch, and gets his help to back this operation, to back this Black Ops unit, to help counter humanity's ultra-nationalistic Black Ops unit of Cerberus. And she could be walking in on her son and Shepherd having a conversation, not realizing the extent of what it is until she hears the last bit of Cerberus and the System Alliance humanity and the threat they could possibly be, and basically him literally giving out orders for an assassination. At that point in time, you can have whatever dramatic moment you want. Hell, I applaud you in the comments section to basically think of what that dramatic moment would be and how it could be resolved to where it could basically have the Asari counselor on their side. Moving on, though, the events could carry out as is, except this time it's more or less that humanity is split. You have the System Alliance humans against these other humans who are raised. Hell, you could have where it's like Shepard, the Primarch's daughter, is basically given total command of the Normandy because it's not just a system, it's like, 10% System Alliance, the rest of it Turian. And basically saying that, we put the fucking bill on this motherfucker. You guys only basically gave your input. This is a Turian ship. This is going to the Primarch's daughter. She is a Spectre now. This is literally what's going to happen now. And have a massive crew of basically like, anything of that nature. Or better yet, her have her own fleet as a congratulations, you're a Spectre now gift, where she literally gets her own mixed fleet of not just like Turian, but also Asari, Krogan, fucking Geth, because somehow the Geth got reintegrated into this society again. The Quarians even have children. I mean, again, the possibilities are endless with this storyline and how it can work out. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's the pitch I give you. How you go from there into Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, and whether or not it is a Reaper storyline or non-Reaper storyline, I leave to you, ladies and gentlemen. But do know that I will give you another pitch meeting next time, being what happens when the entire Citadel, not just the Citadel, but the entire galaxy reacts to Halo. And not just Halo, but Halo Reach, 1, 2, and ODST. Only to finally be given coordinates to Earth during the Battle of Earth. And Halo 3, obviously, as well as the events and how that can play out. Till next time, I've been Airsoft Al, and if you have a pitch meeting idea you want to give in the comments section, let me know down below. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help support the channel, consider donating to the PayPal down below. And that's about it. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Airsoft Al, and who knows, I may get Ander in on this. I don't know yet. Till next time.